Take a second to subscribe to Times of Wrestling Podcast on YouTube and hit that bell notification.
What's up, everybody? This is Times of Wrestling Podcast here, and today we will be talking about the rumors spreading around. This is really big. Talking about Matt Cardona, EC3, talking about Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. It's going to be huge. Also, we're going to be talking about some other people we signed, our schedule, what it's going to be like. We're moving to Zoom, and this is going to be a very big episode. Yes, we don't usually do this on what is today's date. We don't usually do this on Saturdays, but this is a really big time for wrestling in its whole, for AEW and Impact fans. This is a really big Slammiversary tonight where we just found out last night who will be debuting. So let's get right into it. Jordan, you could say hi, say whatever you want to say before we start.
All right. Hi, all Times of Wrestling Podcast fans. I'm Jordan. Tonight the world is going to change, as Impact has been saying for the past month or two. It's been rumored for a while where EC3 would possibly be signed, right? And
Yeah, man.
This is actually starting to get fishy because he has given promos on warning different All Elite Wrestling, trios, tag teams, wrestlers. And he even had a picture of All Elite Wrestling right behind him in his promo. So it's kind of tricky. Where do you think he's going to end up is the real question, because there's still a lot more rumors of him ending up in Impact, but we won't know that until tonight at Slammiversary Impact pay-per-view, and that you can only watch on Fight TV or on pay-per-view. So that we are going to pay close attention to. Yes, we might not be able to watch the pay-per-view, but we will be paying close attention, and we will update you guys on where he signs, because if we don't see any signs of him at Slammiversary, he will very well be in AEW.
Yeah, that's kind of true and kind of false, in my opinion. I'm going to share my screen in a second to show all the fans freeec3.com and what it was basically like. But going off of what you said, you know what? I think that's really false. That's truly false, because yes, EC3 might appear at Slammiversary, but now we know that that's not going to happen. For the main event, we knew that there was going to be a new person bringing in another person, and we just found out that Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows just got signed. So does that mean that Luke Gallows is going to go and Carl Anderson is going to follow?
No. That actually, there's another match that was announced just a few days ago for Slammiversary. The Rascals, the other two members of the Rascals, because one of their members is in the championship match, which is the main event, but the two others have an open challenge, and I'm pretty sure Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows will be in that open challenge.
Yeah, so are we going to see EC3? But let me just share my screen real quick. I'll share that in a minute. But going off of that, actually, many people are speculating, many very numerous AEW people that watch AEW, people like AEW commentators for so many things, people that do podcasts are saying that this is a AEW promo, and this is actually a building in Jacksonville. So, and he's actually wrestling at a ring. People have released the places where he was, a building in Jacksonville, a wrestling building in Jacksonville. So this is showing that he is in Jacksonville, and he was probably going to sign with AEW and going to be a live appearance against, again, like we said, Cody Rhodes has an open challenge, which EC3 or Matt Cardona could appear, and we'll go on Matt Cardona in a minute. Or MJF also has an open challenge where EC3 versus MJF is probably going to be the new storyline if EC3 comes to AEW. So we're going to see. Or EC3 might become the new TNT champion. So let me share my screen.
Yeah, I won't be able to see that, so I'm going to need you. Oh, I can see it now. Never mind.
Yeah. So everybody, this is basically freeec3.com. This is where he put on his video of the narrative, his new phrase. He has a new song I think he's gonna get a new song if he does go to AEW. And also this is where he released when he was gonna be free at 12 a.m. or 12 o'clock a.m. last night. And Jordan and I actually stayed up, went on the phone for a couple hours, and talked about this. And we were gonna do a podcast last night, but you know what? It's too late. We don't want to do that. You know, we got to get some sleep to drop some content for you guys every other day. And so this is for EC3. If you tap on right over here, can you see my arrow? Yeah, wearable propaganda. That is his new merch that will be dropping. And I have to say, I'm really gonna. If his shirt doesn't have to look like a wrestling shirt, then I would definitely buy it because he looks like the new Randy Orton. I mean, people are trying to joke it around. It's going around in the AW community. We see it in the hashtags. Some jokes. Free EC3 Aladdin. EC3 Aladdin 3. The Return of Jafar. A lot of jokes about EC3 as Jafar. But you could also say that he's actually the new Randy Orton, which is very true. And you could say that. So, yeah. How do I end this screen share?
Just put stop sharing content.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to show one more thing. Now we're also going to go to – can you see my screen?
Yep. AEW shop. Shop AEW.
Yeah, and we're just going to be talking about some of the merch. So, everybody, this is Shop AEW. We shout them out every time because you know what? We love AEW. We talk to all their wrestlers. We're a little known there. I think we're like a tiny bit known because the wrestlers do talk to each other, and they do look at our content, so we are a little known. But look at this, the new AEW shirts. Look how beautiful. We have a new shirt for Orange Cassidy. We have a new SCU shirt. We have the Fight for the Fallen shirt, which I think I might. I'm eyeing that. It doesn't look like a wrestling shirt. We have a Santana Ortiz, which looks very, very, very good, proud and powerful. And then we have, what are these? Those are
the AEW women's and tag team championship pins.
Yeah, so we're gonna go down here and look at all the masks they have from different varieties. They have Orange Cassidy's mask, and they're very expensive for masks. I have to say, guys. They have Cowboy Shit, Delete, Kenny Omega's Terminate mask, Penta L0M Penta mask. Yes, everybody, we know it's expensive, but you know what? It's really worth it. I mean, you don't really find very cheap
quality.
Yeah, and great quality and very, 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 very expressive masks. I mean, look at that Cowboy Shit. You don't really find masks that really curse on the thing. But also look at these beautiful shirts. Darby Allin, which is returning, everybody. We saw that in the last episode. They are returning. He is returning, and that is going to be the new story. Darby Allin, him,
and
Brian Cage. And we already know the answers to that, but you never know. We have the Demo God, Chris Jericho. We have MJF, Better Than You, which is the new Miz or Chris Jericho of AEW. And then this is my favorite shirt, everybody, which you need to buy. It also represents my name, Best Friends, Trent's mom. Guys, Sue is a GOAT. We all know Sue is the number one. We all know we'd love to see Sue on an episode where she would be going against, I don't know, Diamante or Brandy. We would love to see that. Everybody would love to see that. And drop in the comments who you'd like to see her go against. But this shirt, I'm definitely buying in the future, everybody. So I'm going to stop this screen share, and we're going to go on to Matt Cardona. Is that good with you, Jordan?
Yep. Is it good?
Yeah.
Good with me?
So Matt Cardona, Jordan really likes Matt Cardona. I mean, I do too. I like his old personality. Woo, 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 you know it. I like that. He's a very good wrestler. He was and still is a very good wrestler. They even made a movie about him back in 2009, 2010, and I actually watched it. They made 2 series. Him about him as what was his old name? I forgot. I keep saying Matt Cardona.
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder. They made a movie about him and him working with everybody. Then they made one about Shawn Michaels and just their wrestling and their matches and how their songs were made. So everybody go check that out too. But Matt Cardona, I mean, if he goes to AEW, he's best friends with Cody. I don't think I would. I think I would see him go against Cody, but I mean, I think EC3 would probably go against Cody, and maybe Matt Cardona would go against MJF or Brian Cage or Lance Archer. I mean, two really buff guys, so that would be really a really good match. What do you think about that, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Matt Cardona go against monsters in AEW because that's exactly where he should be. And yeah, that's my comment on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely impressive. He definitely knows his way around the ring. We could see some new moves. I mean, just like EC3, we saw a new submission move, which is going to be huge in the match in the ring because we don't really see those type of things from EC3, right?
Yeah, I mean, his old finisher that he's been using for a decade now, I think, it was the 1%er, and now his finisher is probably going to be a submission, which I'm not sure is the best idea, but
yeah,
it depends how he uses it in the ring, and it depends how effective it is in his matches.
Yeah. Now we're talking about the rumors like that, but let's just move a little towards other things. We will be moving on to we'll be moving on to the what's it called? We're moving on to Zoom. We're also moving on to Ring of Honor wrestlers. We don't really watch Ring of Honor, but you know what?
As much as we used to.
Yeah, I think if we do get to talking with them and it sounds like a good company, I think we might start watching it. And maybe, I mean, I know we have we have a lot of AEW fans. That's what we're really based around. That's what we wanted to be based around. But we also we get into Impact, and that's really it. I mean, we're gonna be moving on to Ring of Honor wrestlers.
I mean, yeah, because like as you said, like we're open to every type of wrestling, and it's not just AEW. Like we always say, we always talk about other promotions. We always talk about rumors on other wrestlers. So we're open to everything.
Yeah, Jordan, just go look at your phone for a second while I'm talking. So, yeah, I mean, we're open to any single thing. We're open to watching some independent shows too. We'd really like to do that because you know what? Fabu Andre just came to Dark, and you know what? He was an independent wrestler before we started watching him, and now look, we like him. Will Hobbs was an independent wrestler. We watched him, now we like him. A lot of these wrestlers that we're going to be interviewing are going to be independent wrestlers, are people that were independent wrestlers that are now at AEW. We're going against anybody we'd like to see. I mean, it's not about the show. It's about the wrestlers and what they become and what their future is. And that's what you guys got to really see in this podcast. Yes, we're going to talk about AEW mostly. I mean, that's really what our thing was about. But that's why we changed our name, Times of Wrestling Podcast, because we don't want it to be about just AEW because it was an AEW podcast. We want it to be the Times of Wrestling. This is the time of wrestling. This is the biggest time for all wrestling companies to come. I mean, Impact getting huge. Adding Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows is a big. And adding EC3 or maybe Matt Cardona would be big for them too. AEW, new company just a year ago, signing Cody Rhodes, John Moxley. Some of you guys prefer to him as Dean Ambrose. A big one is Brian Cage, Lance Archer, Orange Cassidy, Chris Jericho, Brody Lee, which you guys call Luke Harper in some words. But it's big, guys. We look at every single wrestling company, and that's what we got to see. Jordan, I just texted you. Yeah, so that's what we look for. We definitely don't care about the type of. We don't care about what company it is. Yeah, so that's really it. We care about the wrestlers. Yeah, we kind of slash WWE. We don't like them a lot. We don't like how they use their wrestlers. They just drop EC3. They drop Matt Cardona. They drop everybody. I mean, we don't like companies that do that. Like hiring over 200 people. Hiring 200 like that many people is why would you do that? I mean, that's just not smart. And they're doing that. And this is just supposed to be rumors and all that, but we want to add on to some of that. this is just going to be a wrestling, like a podcast to talk about everything. Why would you hire 200 people, only use
Exactly.
about 40 to 30 of them, and keep all of the other ones just for AEW not to sign them or Impact to sign them?
Exactly.
This is
And,
why
and,
Impact and AEW are thriving, because these wrestlers are leaving when their contracts come up because they see it. They're not dumb. They're 20, 30, maybe even 40-year-olds. They know what goes down in this business. They are trying to keep these wrestlers, and they're not getting used. And that's why Impact and AEW are becoming bigger wrestling companies than that. But NXT, I can't even argue. NXT is becoming a great company. Just amazing, in my opinion. Jordan, can you see the screen?
I only see the logo.
Okay, good. Yeah, guys. I mean, let's go on some more rumors. Jordan, can you keep talking about some rumors?
So there are some rumors. Let's go. I'm going to go back to what we were talking about earlier about Impact's Slammiversary. There have been some rumors of this faction that was around in early 2010s, like 2011, 2012. They were around for a while, and the leader was Bully Ray and Devon Dudley, but mostly Bully Ray. And from what it looks like the Aces and Eights could even be returning to Impact Wrestling, because they also have this wrestler his name is Ace Austin. So people think he could be joining the faction. And then again, Ace Austin is also in the four-way match for the Impact World Championship that is vacant as of right now.
Yeah. So going off of that, that's really big. Yeah. So I mean, it's big, man. We have a lot of rumors. There's a lot of things going around in the company.
Mm-hmm.
This is big. This is really big for everybody. I mean, it's the time. It's the time of wrestling. Like our thing says. Jordan, check your text messages again. But that's what our slogan means. This is the time of wrestling. This is the time where all companies are fighting for wrestlers. This is where it's getting good. This is where so many companies are getting big. And yeah, I think it's just big.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to focus on the big picture, which is getting Matt Cardona with 1.7 or 1.2, 1.7, I don't know, million followers, and he's really big. I mean, do you know how many fans he has that doesn't know about AEW? Probably a couple 100,000, but that's adds on so many new people and so many new things to the wrestling community. And adding on that, and just adding on to that, that's just really big in my opinion.
And so tonight is all about rumors, and rumors will be spreaded tonight on Slammiversary. So pay close attention to Impact tonight, because whatever happens there, we'll answer some questions. And if we end up seeing some of the wrestlers that we have been wanting to go to AEW, it could be a little bit of a game changer. But just pay close attention, because they go live tonight, and you don't want to miss it. Because if they're really going to change the world, there's probably something huge, something big that they're bringing back to Impact that fans want to see. And Impact's trying to make a run. They're trying to make a run back to being the number 2 spot, but that's not going to happen for a while, because AEW for over the past year and a half has been making their run as the number 2 company. So I'm just really interested in seeing what Impact has in store for every fan.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that too. And I think if they put in the time, then all these companies will be big, and finally, WWE will be ran down to the ground. But I'm gonna share my screen one more time, everybody. I'm really sorry. We're just gonna show our account so you guys could like and follow and subscribe to our YouTube. Yeah, so I'm just gonna show it now.
And as I announced on our Instagram story, that we will start to post our interviews with wrestlers. We only had 2, and they were all posted a day ago. So please go subscribe and like and hit the notifications button so you can see anytime we post a video.
Yeah, definitely look at this, everybody. AW Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Again, we're gonna work on changing that because posting on Sundays, Saturdays, Mondays, Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday,
So now
every single day of the week.
now it's gonna be like 7 days a week almost.
And now going on to our YouTube, everybody, please go like, subscribe, do everything. Oh, the video is not available. It doesn't matter. Everybody just go follow right here. It's in our link. Go
And
follow
and
our
and
podcast.
go. Wait, try go search up Times of Wrestling so they can see on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that later though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah, so talking about more things, we'll move on to the people we're talking to right now. I'll
Mm-hmm.
go to our DMs because we have been DMing and emailing many people about what we're
I
gonna see.
I got it in my calendar actually.
Yeah, no, I'll read from the DMs because that's a little
Gotcha.
bit easier. Okay, so we have Rayo Wrestling. He's Rayo. He will probably see this podcast. We might send it to him. He is a independent wrestler, like we said. We have Kryptown Twins, an independent wrestler. David, no, we just DM'd him. We have a lot of people. We have David Ali, which is a very very big dark wrestler, one of the bigger names. We have Red Velvet, which is another humongous women, a dark wrestler in the women's division. We have Fabu Andre, which you guys saw. We did an interview with. It went well. We might do another one since we have both of us talk. More questions to ask. Anthony Ogogo, which we for sure will be doing a podcast with later in the month. Probably we'll DM him in maybe a week or two. We have Griff Garrison, which we're gonna also be talking to,
I
and
got Will Hobbs.
yeah, so it's very big. Will Hobbs, Griff Garrison, Charles Wright, which is the Godfather, will be on in maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
But he most likely will be because he did answer us back, so that is a good thing.
Yeah.
If he didn't, he would be screwed. But
yeah,
it's been confirmed that he most definitely will be on our podcast.
Yeah.
We'll release the date when it's confirmed.
Yeah, we have Christy James. We have Low Rider, a humongous dark wrestler, another one. We have Preston Vance, which we're not doing, sadly, but when AW does allow interviews, we will have Aubrey Edwards, one of the first female referees to ever be in the wrestling industry, and also Preston Vance, which is number 10 on the Dark Order. We have Will Hobbs. We have remarkable Ryan Rembrandt, and that's really it, guys. It's really big. We're having a lot of people on. We're really excited for all of this. I mean, these are big wrestlers, everybody. These are really big wrestlers. And you know what? This is the company. We are getting bigger on the circuit of like podcasts. We're definitely top 5. I think we're known around. I think we're known around AW Dark sets. Don't you think, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, we already have a schedule with basically half of the roster that's been shown in the last month on AEW Dark. So I think Times of Wrestling podcast is going to travel around the AEW Dark area. And also, if there are any other independent wrestlers that you would like to see on Times of Wrestling podcast, please DM us. It will be so helpful to us because we are searching around Instagram we're also searching around for emails to email and DM these indie wrestlers. So please DM us if you have any wrestler in mind.
And all you indie wrestlers that are watching the podcast, are following and like I said, watching, please tell us tell us if you have any friends, any independent wrestlers, because yes, we're a decent sized podcast. We're pretty big. We just started off, and we're really big for just starting off 4 weeks, like, let alone like less than a month ago. But also, this is like a spotlight for you guys. I mean, we have at least 8 AEW wrestlers following us that will see these podcasts, and we'll see you guys. So we're giving you guys a spotlight. Any independent wrestlers you guys like, give it to us, and we will interview them. Any AEW wrestlers that are on Dark, or you are any Ring of Honor wrestlers, any Impact wrestlers, any NXT wrestlers, I'll allow. I'll allow Raw, or SmackDown wrestlers. Any of those, you guys can tell me, and we'll message them, try to interview them, get it done, send it to you guys, and just DM us for any questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and soon, this is right as of right now. Once Impact shows who they're bringing back tonight, it will become the times of war in wrestling.
Yeah, this is definitely the war of wrestling. This is where everybody's getting signed. This is where everybody is. But for a fact, if Matt Cardona and EC3 are not at Impact tonight, and we know for a fact they are both going to AEW. So, guys, this is the biggest thing I think right now in the community for wrestling. We have one of the top free agents, EC3, which I don't think he should go to Impact because, I mean, they fired him twice. They don't know how to use him. He was in Jacksonville filming his movie thingy, his little clip to show us all at 12/8/12. So I think he's going to AEW. I mean, I'm not wrong, but I might not be right. Matt Cardona, I'm 95% sure he's not going to Impact. But you know what? He might be pulling a fast one on us. So yeah, anything else you want to bring up, Jordan? I mean, we're hitting on the marking point.
Not really. I think we covered it all, but we will keep you guys updated on if there are any more signings for an interview. We will keep you guys updated on
check our story.
Who has signed with Impact tonight at Slammiversary. We will be paying close attention to see who ends up in AEW, who ends up in Impact.
Yeah, so also adding on to that, if you guys do see, we might be doing up another podcast tonight, not just us, but we might be doing a collab with Circle of Debate. Probably not today if they say yes or no, or if they say no, but maybe tomorrow or the next day we will be doing a podcast with them, talking about the rumors about EC3, talking about Fight for the Fallen, which is a little late we're talking about, but you know what, it needs to be talked about, if you know what I mean, Jordan. But if you guys know what I'm saying, we need to talk about that. That was very, 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 very big. We're going to be talking about Cody, what his next competitor might be, the open challenge, who do we want to see get signed to AEW. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. We're also going to be giving, like, many, many things, and we're just going to be talking about a lot. It's going to be a very big podcast, maybe a 35-minute long podcast, because there's a lot to talk about. I mean, this just lasted 30 minutes with only two of us. What do you think it will last with 5 of us?
Or even with big news.
Yeah, dude. And you never know. We're gonna be doing a lot of podcast collabs. I mean, our schedule is packed. We have, I think, 3 podcasts on Monday with all different wrestlers. 2, or I think a couple, or 2, maybe 1 independent, and then 2 or 1 AEW Dark wrestlers. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to be posting a lot, so go check out our YouTube. We'll probably have at least 12 videos posted by the end of all these interviews with these wrestlers, and then another 5 with the end of the podcast. And then we'll probably take a little break. We'll take like a 1-week break where we could just relax, look, and then we could refresh. Yeah, because we're posting every single day now. But we are in quarantine. Again, we're getting shut down. So, you know, a podcast a day makes the boredom go away, if you know what I'm saying. This is fun, Jordan. This is fun. I mean, it takes away at least 30 minutes of time to look at our phones while we could be talking about wrestling, and it's content for you guys to enjoy. Our YouTube is at 8 subscribers, and we just started it, so that's really cool. We're gonna keep growing, everybody. So please keep following. Once you just post more and more videos, our YouTube will go up and up and up. We definitely need to interview a very big wrestler for us to get it. And also, the title is going to be huge. This title is going to be talking about EC3 rumors and Matt Cardona rumors. And that will give us at least like a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 views, because you know how many people search up EC3 rumors and they're going to see a video of our YouTube. So
and also There's 6 matches announced for AEW Dynamite next week, and 2 matches are open challenges because MJF is in action along with Cody's TNT Open Challenge. So you never know.
Yeah. So everybody, look forward to more podcasts being put out. Yeah, just look forward to it. Everybody get ready. So this is the end of the podcast. I'm going to be sharing my screen one more time. Sorry, everybody. But go follow our sponsors, DGW_show. They walk like dummies, talk like dummies, act like dummies. And their famous person says, if you're not following Dummies Gone Wild, then you are the true dummy. And I have to agree, you're actually a true dummy if you don't follow them. Wouldn't you have to agree, Jordan?
Yep. I mean, they're already dummies. Like, they act like dummies, but whoever said they were. So,
Yeah.
But if you really aren't subscribed, if you really aren't watching, if you really don't like the videos, then you really are the true dummy.
Yeah, and everybody, this is the website, Dummies Gone Wild website, with all the news, countdown to their next episode, which they are not dropping any episodes because of the virus. This is behind the scenes, their episodes. And yeah, this is going to be good. You could contact them at their emails. And yeah, guys, it's going to be huge. Also, like I was saying before, go to shopaw.com to see all your latest merchandise. Maybe some rumors about new people coming from merch. Like they could be showing like some Thunder, which could mean EC3. You never know what they're dropping these days. But everybody go support us down below by following, subscribing to our YouTube, liking, commenting, DMing us about anything you guys want to see. And yeah, put bell notifications on. Push that notification button so you could see all our latest news, videos on YouTube, and our posts on Instagram.